Hello, this is Kate, and this is your weekly oracle card reading. And for some reason today I felt drawn to use the life purpose oracle cards. And I think a lot of us are probably having kind of issues with wondering, what our life purpose is and if we're doing the right thing. And I just want to stress that life purpose doesn't necessarily mean career, although a lot of the times it does. It could mean really anything that's your life purpose, so it doesn't have to be limited to like a job. Okay. Oops, it's a bit breezy, so I'm hoping my cards don't get knocked over. I think they're going to. And just a reminder, I did my full moon reading last week, and for those of you who missed it, you can actually get the free download, so the recording of the reading, and I'll just put a link to that MP3 of my full moon reading in the description of this video. Okay, so we'll start with the first card. Okay, and we've got artist, and it says engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area of your life. So as we move into the beginning of the week, it's going to be really important to be able to kind of tap into our inner artist. And even if you don't think of yourself as being particularly artistic or gifted in that area, we all have that ability. So kind of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, kind of the beginning of the week, you're going to want to really tap into that kind of creative side of yourself. And you might notice kind of wanting to express that creative part of yourself, not even necessarily through artwork. It could be through many different artistic forms. So it could even be in the form of like doing like home improvements or kind of home projects, and even like landscaping or gardening, writing, sewing. There's all different ways that we can be creative and let our artistic self shine through. So that's going to be kind of the theme moving into the beginning of the week. And the message of the card is that the more that you engage in these artistic activities, the more beneficial it's going to be to your career and every other area of your life. So every other area of your life is going to be deeply affected by this. And I think that's just because the more that we kind of explore that, inner artist, or explore that artistic, creative part of ourselves, the more we open up possibilities in other areas of our life, and the more, inspired we're going to feel in other areas. And the thing with being artistic and creating, we're, getting into that kind of creative flow. And when we're artistic, we're kind of open to inspiration and open to, ideas. And then when we express that, we're kind of completing that cycle of flow of that, the inflow and the outflow. And the more comfortable we get doing that in that artistic realm or that creative realm, the more comfortable and more familiar we are with that cycle in other areas of our life as well, including finances, work, career, relationships, and other areas. So I think that's kind of the message of this card. So moving on to the middle of the week, so this card's going to represent Wednesday and Thursday, and we've got leadership, and this card says take charge of this situation. Okay, so the middle of the week, we're going to find ourselves needing to really kind of align ourselves with that part of ourselves that's very powerful, decisive, and is definitely someone who's capable of taking charge, making decisions, kind of stepping into that more powerful, assertive role. And the card, of course, says leadership, so it's all about being kind of a guide to others and kind of stepping up to the plate and being a leader. So this could come about in your area of work, or also with family and being like a role model to younger children, or even if you're like a teacher, it could be being a role model to your students. So definitely the middle of the week provides lots of opportunities for us to do this, lots of opportunities to lead by example. I think that's kind of the key behind this card, is leading by example. And I think we can be very successful leaders if we take care of ourselves first and basically, I guess, lead by example instead of kind of telling other people how to live their life. I think it's more effective if you live your life the way that you feel is right, and therefore you'll be leading by example and inspiring others without actually taking on that that role of, you know, being someone who tells others how to do things. I was trying to think of another way to say it, but okay, so the message of the card is take charge of this situation. And so you'll definitely have that opportunity to kind of step into the middle, take charge, make decisions. So the middle of the week won't be necessarily a time to kind of relax and sit back. You're going to want to be a little more active than you normally are. And then the end of the week, so the weekend, we've got travel. Your life purpose involves traveling. Oh, well, that's exciting. That's a nice card to get in the weekend. So as you finish off your week, you might have the opportunity to take a little trip somewhere. And this could be signifying like physical travel, so actually going somewhere, or it could mean kind of more internal travel, so taking, you know, a meditative journey, or even kind of shifting your perception in some form or another, and kind of taking a different viewpoint. And I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I want to say about this card, travel. Your life purpose involves traveling. And I think the message behind this card, that, you know, your life purpose involves traveling, has to do with the fact that none of us are really meant to stay in the same place forever. And I don't mean that in the physical sense, like you might be meant to live in the same town your whole life. I mean, none of us are meant to stay in the same place spiritually forever. So our life purpose involves traveling in the sense that it involves progressing on like a spiritual level, and it involves kind of growing and change and adapting to change and kind of shifting our priorities, shifting our perceptions, and definitely shifting our vibration. So moving from kind of a lower vibration and shifting it to that of a much higher, faster vibration. And I don't know if anyone else has been having travel dreams lately, but I've been having them for probably the past 5 years. Really intense dreams where I'm always on a bus, a train, or a plane, and I'm traveling. And I think I think it has some kind of significance, some kind of spiritual significance. So I'm just curious if other people have been having these dreams as well. And someone told me that having dreams where you're traveling has to do with ascension and kind of where you are in your path of ascension. So depending on what the theme of your travel dream is. So if you're feeling happy about traveling, or if you're feeling stressed out, it all depends kind of where you are on your ascension path. So I'm curious to hear from other people on this, if they get these travel dreams as well. Okay, so this has been your reading, and I hope you found it helpful. And my name is Kate. Thank you so much for joining me.